Good morning, afternoon, evening, YouTube. Whenever you're listening to this, I have had a bit of a hiatus from filming because I've been a little bit busy becoming a fully qualified adult at the age of 29. Hence why I'm behind the steering wheel of a car, my car, that I just bought because I just passed my driving test on Wednesday, the 5th of June. It's now Tuesday the 11th, 6 days post passing. Got some dried apricots in the car. Not standard. I was going to say standard, but definitely not. By the way, people who like film themselves in their car, where the fuck do you prop the camera? Because like I can't find anywhere like decent. It's like on the top of the I've got like a screen in my car basically where sat nav is and everything. I've sort of propped it on top of that. You've got a bit of steering wheel in the shot. So this is as best as I can do. But yeah, lots to update on. I've been a busy gal the past few weeks. Off season is off seasoning. I've had a client show. I've been at the Ukdfba show a few weeks ago. That was in Rugby. And I did film some of that, which I will show you. I'm pretty sure I filmed some training footage along the way as well. I'm pretty sure I filmed like one of my leg days, which I'll run over as well. Got a lot to catch up on basically, but right now I've got 20 minutes to figure out how to actually work my sat nav properly. I'm going to plug in my friend's address. I'm going around to meet her new kitten, Pavlova. Really, really cute. I'm going to go meet Pav now. So just need to plug it in the sat nav. I'll find her address in my Uber history. Don't need to get an Uber to her house anymore. Drive myself there. And sorry, I'm eating my mouth open. How rude. Yeah, I'm at that point in off season now where dried apricots for the carbs. This is like 20 grams of carbs from fruit. So I had 2 of my meals today where I was meant to get 10 grams of carbs from fruit and I didn't. So yeah, I've just been playing around with my food recently, trying to get it all in essentially. And while I've been busy especially, it's quite a lot because I picked up my car yesterday, drove it home for the first time. So to go from passing my test on Wednesday to picking my car up on Monday, having had no previous idea of what car I was getting, I just literally passed my test on Wednesday, went online, googled like the car that I wanted, which was like a Seat Leon. I ended up with an Ibiza just because that was what was available, and they're pretty similar. An Ibiza is perfectly good size. I wanted it to be black and it's black, so I'm happy. And yeah, it's been a very busy few days sorting that out, so don't want sticky hands on the steering wheel. Yeah, I'm going to figure the sat nav out now and put the engine on. Well, the wiper's started up already, which is great. So yeah, I'll catch you in a bit. Good morning, YouTube. What is going on? I am vlogging again the next day. I'm looking at my watch. It's charged upstairs. It's 25 to 12. It's Wednesday the 12th of June. So I have finished all my client check-ins for this morning, and I'm setting myself a challenge today of heading to Musclebound, which is in Bradford. So that involves me going on a lot of scary Bradford roads, and that will be a good, I'm trying to just build my driving up to obviously eventually getting on a motorway. So I'm just kind of challenging myself every day. Obviously last night was going to Armley and I did fine. I did all right, you know. And yeah, this is going to be a lot of bigger, scarier roads. So I'm looking forward to giving it a go. Currently, I'm making my pre-workout meal, so 75 grams uncooked pasta, which is 50 grams of carbs. So I put a reel on Instagram, actually, about pre and post-workout nutrition. I'll probably put it as a short on here as well at some point soon, so stay tuned for that. But essentially, you want your carbohydrates, obviously, before you train for your performance. You want some fats as well, just to slow that digestion. Obviously, I'm going to be eating this soon, and then I'm going to be driving to the gym, which will be at least half an hour before I train. It's probably going to be about an hour before I train. So you want those fats in there as well to slow the digestion, and then, you know, you're going to sustain the carbs throughout your session, so you're not kind of burning out and losing and like running through all your energy by the end of it. And then obviously you want some protein as well. Throughout every single meal of the day, ideally you want to be taking in some form of, I'd say 20 to 30 grams of protein. Let's say you've got like 150 grams of protein to hit in a day.
And if you're having like 5 meals, looking to get 30 grams of protein across 5 sittings, then that is perfect. This isn't an ideal scenario so that you are constantly spiking muscle protein synthesis throughout the day. But obviously, yeah, I want to spike that muscle protein synthesis certainly before I go and train. And then while I train, I'm going to be in a state of muscle protein breakdown as I break down, you know, by training. And then post-workout again, I'm going to take some more protein in, recover, etc. So, protein. I've got my chicken at the moment, as always, the pre-cooked fillets from Altered Image Gym, so they're like 100 grams each. But in terms of cooked chicken quantities, I need 87 grams from one of these to get my 25 grams of protein quota for this meal, so that is what I'll do. And that's that. So I'm going to cook my pre-workout now, just finishing my Monster that I always drink while I'm doing check-ins and stuff. And then I'm going to head to Muscle Bound. I'll obviously update you later in this vlog with all my updates and stuff like that as well. I've actually got some peptides on the way to sort my dodgy trap and neck out, which has been a whole month of issues so far with my training. So I will be adapting my full body session today. It's kind of good that I'm going to Muscle Bound because there's so much kit to play with that I can just have a bit of fun and not stress about, like, for example, I'd usually do like a dumbbell single arm row in this session, but that is going to be a pretty poor idea. So I'll be able to do something else like a machine, and I'll have a little play around with the kit today. But yeah, I've actually got some peptides on the way. I'll talk through them later in the video as well. Just, I know people are quite curious about peptides and things like that. They are bloody expensive. I've spent like 100 quid essentially on a week's worth of peptides, so I'm just going to trial it for this week because it should work straight away. Like, peptides do work, you know what I mean? Like, so if it works for me, I'll be injecting into the site, and then I'll be just doing another sub-Q injection of the other peptide, and that'll be, I think it's every day, and the one in the site's every 5 days. So we will see how it goes. I will obviously update you, but yeah, today's job is to get them in the post, do the injections, and then see how I get on for the next week. If I feel like a significant improvement in my trap, that'll be fantastic. Whether or not I need to purchase more, like another 100 quid's worth. It's expensive, but like obviously anything in life that's kind of worth having is expensive, if that makes sense. Like for me, this will mean that I can just crack on and get straight back to my training. Because obviously right now I'm in a gaining phase. I've got 9 weeks to go until my next cut, and I want to make the most progress I possibly can during this time. And right now I can't make that progress whilst I am injured and having to adapt my training. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Throwing money at the problem, but it also, I am generally intrigued to just like kind of see what peptides do. I think it's BC 157 that I'll be taking, and then TB 500 as well. So I will update later in the vlog how that goes. And yeah, I think a lot of people are curious about peptides and stuff, and I will obviously let you know if they are worth it and how it goes for myself. But yeah, gonna finish this off now and then head to Muscle Bound. Try not to get beeped by any crazy Bradford drivers on the way, or die. That would be the worst case scenario, obviously. And get to the gym and have a sick session. I'll catch up with you in a bit. I forgot to say as well, for my fats, I have 52 grams of avocado, which is 10 grams of fats. I do not think this is going to equal 52 grams. We will have a see. But I do try and get some quality fats in my day so that I'm not just eating like chocolate and peanut butter for my fats and stuff. You do want to obviously make sure that you're getting like good quality, you know, fat sources in your diet and not just relying on like the fun foods, if that makes sense. I like avocado anyway, but you get my point. Ooh, 47 grams. So we're really, really close. So by the time I've done this, it'll be 48. 49. So I'm 3 grams off. So I think I'll call that quits, if you know what I mean. This isn't prep. I will call 3 grams quits. If it had been much lower than that, I would have just subbed in some olive oil, because like you can obviously just take, it's so easy with this, like a gram per gram of fat, if that makes sense. So it's like, if I have like 5 grams of this, I'll get 5 grams of fat. So if I ever need to kind of, you know, like I said, just to keep the fats quality, I don't love olive oil, but I don't give a shit, like I said, because I'd rather get some quality fats in. And that's one thing about this off season as well that's been so much better than previous off seasons. Like, I feel like maybe in the past, perhaps I was just more food focused as well and a little bit less like mature. I feel like you mature in the sense of like being a bodybuilder. Like as you mature in your like bodybuilding career, you will make better choices with food. When you're maybe like newer to it, you're kind of still all trying to get all the fun foods in and stuff like that. Whereas now I'm much more concerned with like, I know it sounds counterproductive when you're using like PEDs and stuff, but I generally am a little bit more concerned with like health and therefore, sorry, I am going to add olive oil. I'm OCD and I want it the exact right amount of fats. But like I said, I could just leave it and it would be absolutely grand. But you know, every little helps. Anyway, yeah, like I am where I can be, as concerned as I can be with my health, essentially. And probably one of the reasons that my body composition has stayed really good this off season is quality diet, basically. Eating the right foods, like you are what you eat. So eating the right foods, and yeah, like I'm much more concerned with what I'm eating nowadays than what I used to be. Like, it's not just about getting in the macros, it's about what those macros are, where your foods are coming from. So yeah, I do try and make quality choices, you know, avocado, chicken, pasta, carbs, fats, protein, decent pre-workout, rather than just having like some squares bars and a protein shake. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, anywho, catch you in a bit. And we are back from the gym. Bloody hell. I won't be driving to Muscle Bound anytime soon, just because that is a stressful ass journey. It took me 55 minutes of what should have been 30 minutes to get there, because there was a fire in the middle of Bradford. But either way, Bradford is notorious for being terrible for like general traffic, and yeah, that general drive is just like big dual carriageways, roundabouts. Just a lot. Just a lot for someone who passed the test a week ago. A lot for anyone, but a lot for me. And yeah, I am absolutely mentally exhausted. It took me a long time to get back as well. Yeah, when half an hour certainly turns into more than half an hour going to the gym, when it's like a stressful, unenjoyable drive where you're sort of constantly braking, constantly in traffic, it's just not fun. So yeah, but the actual session was decent. I had some fun. I even did some pressing. I went on the prime incline press, which was nice. I just thought, yeah, because since my trap got bad, I've avoided pressing, but I haven't actually done this full body session in a while anyway, because I didn't train last Wednesday because I passed my test, and obviously my priority was like looking for cars and stuff, and I was knackered because my test was at 8 a.m, so I didn't train last Wednesday. So I'd gone in this time, and there's just like one press in the session, and I just thought I'll go for it, you know. Not on the Smith because it was taken anyway, so it was a sign for me to try something else. So I tried the prime incline, did a bit of Nautilus pull down as well. They've got like about 3 Nautilus pull downs, to be honest. They've got about 3 of everything, as in like if you want like a leg extension, you're gonna have about 5 of them actually, to be fair. But they've got like, you know, like 2 Nautilus back extensions, just like little bits of kit, but they've still got like more than one. It's honestly mental. So yeah, it is a great gym. You guys know I love it. You've seen me train there on the channel before. You've seen me take my clients there, but I've never driven there before. And yeah, that is a downside to it because it's not a fun drive. But hey ho, I'm home now. I have administered the peptides, actually. I administered the BCP 157 myself, because you can do that sub-Q, so subcutaneous, rather than intramuscular. So basically what I mean is you can like inject it into like the fat, if that makes sense. So I can like grab a little roll on my stomach like I do every morning with my growth hormone. So that is exactly the same. This like vial is exactly how the growth hormone looks, and you just draw it up with a syringe, the amount that you need, and then just like sort of inject it in. Whereas the TB 500, that needed to go like directly into my trap. So I administered the help of he who shall not be named, got a assisted male to come round to my house who knows what he's doing, and do that one for me, because it needed to go like here ideally, and I'm not going to try and faff about with the needle there. And yeah, like I said, I got 2 of these and 1 of this, and together that was like £100, and it's going to last me a week. So I had to administer the entirety of this vial, and I bought 2 of them. So I'll do this today, which I've done obviously, and then I'll do another one on Monday. And if I'm not feeling like better significantly by then it's probably a sign that the peptides aren't working for me, because they should work really quickly. So yeah, I've just bought the 2 of them for now to see how I get on. And yeah, the whole vial went in. So it's like, you know, you're investing a lot of money there into something that may or may not work, but they are generally considered to be very effective. So I will be so happy if this pain goes away and I can just crack on with my training as I want to, because right now, yeah, like I said earlier in the video, I've got 9 weeks left of my push-up phase, and then we'll be doing a mini cut, which I'll obviously take you along with as well. 6 weeks mini cut from like the middle of August up until the end of September. It's my birthday at the end of September, the big 3-0 as well. So it's not really that significant, as in like I don't need to diet for my birthday. I don't need to be a certain level of body composition for my birthday or anything like that. But it's just to have something to work towards, because I find that it's just a nice thing to do, and I needed to sort of program in a mini cut at some point. And you know, like, because I want to obviously pull off some more weight prior to prep starting next year, which will be probably like late January, to be honest. I don't need to start at the beginning of January, because I won't be stepping on stage until, like, not right now, like as in this time next year, June next year. Like, I still think that the shows are really quiet right now. The lineups that I've seen, like, of Figure have just not been busy at all. And like my whole goal and purpose of next year is to be in some competitive lineups. So for example, if I go and compete and there's like 3 or 4 other girls in the class, I'll just be a little bit pissed off. Like, even if I win a class, it's like you've beat 3 other people. It's not really, you know, that won't mean a lot to me, to be honest with you. So yeah, I want the class to be busy, and I want to win in like a busy class. I mean, as busy as Figure gets, to be fair, like as in like at an amateur level, I never see like absolutely stacked lineups or anything. But the shows that I've won in the past, I at least had like 6 or 7 of us on stage. So it's like, okay, you've beat like 6 or 5 other girls at least to win that accolade. You know, you've actually won. We'll go back to, I'll talk to you about the Ukdfba. I will cast you back in time to the Ukdfba. Aloha! So, never mind flashing back in time. We're flashing forward again. It's now Monday the 17th of June. So a few days into the future, but I promised I'd wrap up the Ukdfba, which my client Gemma smashed like just over 3 weeks ago. So she's like 3 weeks post-show now. But yes, I barely got any footage. I literally just wanted to be present with her. As per any of my clients competing, I'm always more than happy to stay in the accommodation together. For me, that works better. It means that the client isn't having to faff about trying to send me photos and worrying about lighting and stuff in the accommodation that's not consistent with where they've previously been checking in. It means I can see them immediately. It means I can see them before they go to bed. It means I can see them as soon as that they wake up in the morning, make the correct decisions at the correct time, and just be with them throughout the show, especially as a first timer. Like, you know, take you to get your makeup, take you to get your tan, all that sort of stuff. So now it's like, right, well, I've passed my driving test. It's going to make things even easier for me to just be there in future shows, which is awesome. But yeah, Gem absolutely smashed it. She was so nervous, and we were sat watching the show before her class, and I could just see her getting more and more nervous and not kind of thinking, oh, I can't wait to get up there. It was more like, oh my God, I'm getting up there. But I told her, I promise you, when you get up there, you are going to like ease in after like a minute. You're going to be like, wow, this is what I've done it all for. You're going to love it. And I could see while she was up there that she was absolutely loving it. I'll show you the very small amount of footage on the stage that I did get of her, albeit my camera going in and out of exposure focus. Like, I wasn't very good at getting the exposure right, but there's plenty of better footage. Actually, one of my Coach Christian's clients was in that class as well, and there's much better footage of that show on his YouTube if you do want to go and look. But yeah, she absolutely nailed it on stage. You'll see her eye walk as well. And yeah, that's that. A little bit of post-show footage where she just had her cookie and stuff like that. But it was a great day.
And they didn't let us know. We've been ghosted.
Feet together. That's it.
That is Gemma Colley. Thank you, Gemma. Woo!
First bite.
Oh God.
Not even one slip up on this whole prep as well. Not that I'm aware of anyway. Stuck to it for 20 weeks. Don't waste it.
Right. Oh my god.
It looks really nice on. Yeah, turn the ends off.
Mate.
Yeah, just coming into the shot at the end there was one of my other clients, Brad, who, yes, he came to the show because he's friends with Gemma. He was like a referral from herself. So I feel like a lot of my sort of clients come from referrals nowadays, which hopefully speaks volumes. But yeah, it was amazing to meet him on the show day as well. I had another client there as well on the day, Claire. Her boyfriend was competing. He actually won his class as well. So they're actually just in the Netherlands right now because the winners of like the Ukdfba show that day generally qualified for the like the Worlds in Amsterdam, which is pretty sick. So that's where she's been. So it was nice to meet her as well because I've coached her for a long time and not met her before. It was generally a really good day. Like I really enjoyed it. Like some client show days, you know, you don't enjoy as much. It's like quite stressful or whatever. But no, I really enjoyed the Ukdfba. And anyway, little peptide update. I'm okay. I've got my second like dose of the TB500 to administer today. And when I say administer, again, he who shall not be named will be coming over to do that for me. And yeah, I've just been doing the BCP 157 every day. I even took it to Edinburgh with me this weekend. So I don't often pack, like, say if I'm going away, I won't take my growth hormone with me. You really shouldn't have it out the fridge for that long. I do follow the Physique Collective forum a fair bit, and I think it was Joe Jeffrey that said it, or it was certainly one of the guys was saying like, hey, you know, it's okay to kind of have it out the fridge for a bit and you can travel with it. And whereas Christian was a bit more like, and he did ask me like, how long are you actually going to have it out the fridge for? Like, how long is it going to take you to, like, you know, from leaving to like arriving in Edinburgh to like have it straight in the fridge? And he just said, yeah, okay, take it, just put it straight in the fridge when you get there and stuff. So I did actually take it with me for once and put it in the fridge in the Airbnb along with the BCP 157 and took it all weekend as well. So I haven't had a gap from taking it. Sleep wise, it's improved over, like I have thought as well though, like while I've been in Edinburgh, the pillow was really soft in the Airbnb, and mine are like really firm, like panda pillows, like the memory foam ones. So I've slept on like a softer pillow last night in my home as well last night, in the hope that, you know, at least I can get better sleep. Training wise, we will see. I've got lower again today, so I'll overlay some lower footage, although obviously it's not from today, it's from the other week, actually my Saturday session, which you've briefly seen before. But yeah, training wise at the moment, obviously lower's absolutely fine, progressing nicely. Food is staying the same. Since I've passed my driving test now, we've actually lowered steps. I did request that because getting 12k a day was fine when I was like walking to the gym and back, but now it's like to go on my way to get 12k steps whilst also driving to the gym and back, it's just a bit annoying. So we've lowered it to kind of 8 to 10k as like an average. Christian knows within myself that I can get quite obsessed with certain metrics that we track, and so it's quite nice for myself to just not have that rigid step goal anymore and just be between 8 to 10k. So if I get 9k, if I get 8k, if I get just over 10k, it's absolutely grand. So that's good. I've been running that this week, which has been lovely. And yeah, I'll show you a couple of the sets I've done recently as well, because strength has been on the rise in general, apart from obviously certain upper movements that I can't do, like pressing and rowing. So I've got like horizontal leg press, which I'm like honestly getting near the stack on the Cybex on now, which is pretty cool, pretty exciting, and just kind of earning those progressions as well, rather than just kind of, I could stack it, but I'm kind of trying to earn the progressions and you know, then be really warranted based on like me actually executing efficiently and you know, with appropriate tempo, appropriate depth, for the fact that I'm trying to hit my glutes and hamstrings. And yeah, really enjoyable. I've also in recent weeks put the RDLs back into my session as well, because yeah, I've realised that I can sort of get away with them within that session on a Saturday, that they yeah, like they don't cause my lower back any issues, although I've had to pull them again now because of my trap, because obviously that's just going to aggravate it. So this was from the other week when my trap was fine, and hoping to get them back in because I'm running like sets of like 110 is my top set at the moment, which is pretty cool, I think. So yeah, I would like to progress that when our trap is better, so pending. Anyway, I will leave the video here. So a little update on my training, current protocols, 8 to 10k steps daily. Obviously my cardio is always the same, 3 lots of 25 minutes going in across the week. And yeah, training is just a little bit, not here, there and everywhere, I wouldn't say, but like stuff like RDLs, I forgot I've even had to pull them as well, which is annoying, like swapping in my lower sessions as well. But generally lower is the same. It's just the alterations to the upper sessions, and obviously full body as well, with it being upper dominant. I mean, I did all right at muscle bound last week, but just having to make adaptations at the moment. I will update you in the next video on like the peptides, and I've got my check-in tomorrow with Christian, so whether we decide to buy another week's worth, another 100 quid, and you know, kind of run them a bit longer and sort of give them more of a chance, I will let you know. I'll leave that up to Christian as well. It's only money to me, whereas like, you know, if he thinks I need them, I will. If he thinks it's pointless, then I won't bother, and then I'll just have to see how it goes. I want it to be back to normal, because it's been about 5 weeks now, and it is frustrating when my main goal at the moment is training progression. But it is what it is, guys. This is what happens when we run into niggles and injuries, and we train around them still, but I feel like I'm not progressing as I want to, and also I'm not able to do exercises that I love doing, RDLs, like pressing, big rows and stuff like that. So it's annoying, but it's life, and there's worse things. And you know, I've passed my driving test now. Life's going to change for the better. Lots of things to look forward to. I'll keep you in the loop, and I will do YouTube more. I'm sorry it's been quite a long break, but I did have other like personal things going on as well. And you know, I've been focusing on getting my driving sorted, and then trying to focus on getting used to driving my car and all that kind of stuff. So there have been other priorities, but I should be back into a good swing of it now, and keep you a little bit more in the loop and things like that. Any questions, obviously, just drop them in the comments below. There's various links. You can inquire about coaching as well. I am taking on new clients at the moment. If anyone is interested in coaching, I would be more than happy to speak with you. So drop me a line. And other than that, don't forget to like this video, please. Please do like it. That really helps. Subscribe if you happen to be new and you haven't subscribed yet. And other than that, I will see you soon in the next one. Ciao for now.